Today, we're going to talk about trees, but probably not in the way you're thinking. We're diving into how some seriously cool AI is completely changing the game for how we look after them. And trust me, this is a story that starts small. We're talking with a single leaf, and it gets big, nationwide big. I mean, this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? We live in an age where everything is instant. But keeping track of our trees, one of our most important resources, well, for the longest time, that's been a huge headache. A slow, manual, and super frustrating process for pretty much everyone involved. And you can really see the difference here. The old way, we're talking clunky spreadsheets, endless data entry by hand, and analysis that's, well, slow and kind of depends on who's looking at it. But the new way, it's a whole different world. You just upload a picture and bam, automatic analysis, real data right away. This isn't just a small step up, it's a total game changer.
So, that brings us to the big challenge, right? The real problem we're trying to solve is this. How do you take all that complicated science about taking care of trees and just make it simple? Like so simple you can do it with a single click right from your phone. And that exact question is what led to the Tree Bank Guardian. And what's wild is that this app was built in just 4 days for a Google Gemini hackathon. The goal was huge. Take that whole messy, complicated process and turn it into something easy, powerful, and fast.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, how does this thing actually work? Well, this is where the magic happens, and it's all powered by AI. Let's dig into how Google's Gemini tech makes this all possible. Honestly, the process is so simple it's almost hard to believe. First, you just snap a picture. It could be the whole tree or, seriously, just one leaf. Then, Google's Gemini Vision API kicks in and starts analyzing everything in seconds. It's so good at picking up on tiny visual details, which is perfect for spotting issues with plants. And then, boom, you get a full, detailed report. It's that perfect mix of being super easy to use, but incredibly powerful. And the report you get back, the level of detail is just wow. It doesn't just say, hey, that's a mango tree. No, it tells you it's a Nam Dak Mai mango tree. It gives you a health score, like 85%, and it even tells you exactly what's wrong. In this case, some leaf spots. But here's the really brilliant part. It gives you advice that's customized for the local conditions, right there in Thailand. That's so specific. Okay, so getting a diagnosis like that is fantastic, right? But that's only half the battle. The next thing you're gonna ask is, okay, so what do I do about it? And this is where the app gets even cooler. You can actually talk to the AI. You just ask it a question in plain English, just like you'd ask a real person. So you could type in something like, how do I treat these black spots on my mango tree's leaves? And what you get back is a list of clear, simple steps. It'll tell you to use a certain kind of fungicide, maybe change up your watering routine, and prune the bad spots. And this is the most important thing to remember. This isn't some generic advice you'd get from a quick Google search. This is a personalized plan created just for your tree, based on its specific data. But this is where the idea gets even bigger, because it's not just about the health of one tree. It's about figuring out what that tree is actually worth to the environment and even to the economy. Get this. The app can actually calculate that a single healthy tree can be worth over 1,000 Thai baht every single year, when you combine its environmental and economic benefits. That completely changes how you think about a tree in your yard, doesn't it? And we're not just talking about money here. The app breaks down all the other amazing things the tree does. It measures how much carbon it's capturing, how much oxygen it's producing. It takes all these invisible benefits and makes them real, something you can actually see and measure. And you can actually use this data. You can export it for official reports or, and this is huge, you can even use it to apply for carbon credits. All of a sudden, taking care of one little tree in your backyard is connected to the entire global green economy. How cool is that? So if that's what we can do right now, what's next? Well, the vision gets way, way bigger. We're going from a single tree to an entire country with this idea of digital tree twins. Seriously, just try to picture this for a second. Imagine if every single tree in, say, all of Thailand had its own digital twin, a live profile that's constantly tracking its health, how much carbon it's pulling from the air, its value, all updated in real time. The possibilities for managing the environment on a national scale are just mind-blowing. So yeah, it all started with a simple photo of a leaf, and it grew into this vision for a national digital forest. It's just such a powerful example of how AI can help us see, manage, and really appreciate our natural world in a whole new way.
And it makes you wonder, right? What else out there is just waiting for its own digital twin? Our oceans, our soil, the possibilities, they're literally endless.